Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Living in Fullness podcast. Today, on our amazing episode, we've got a group of young single men. We don't know if they're searching, but they're young and single. All right. So, if you're that lady who's not understood, you've been in relationships, you don't understand how men think, how they process things, you've been hurt, maybe you want to understand how else to behave in your next relationship, stay tuned. And if you're a man and you want to know if you're the only one or maybe other men think like you, then stay tuned. We will start our podcast and we'll have them introduce themselves, starting with you, Dom.
Hi, my name is Dominic Mazvimavi. I'm currently working as a data scientist. I've got a background in health. I did my bachelor's in pharmacy. Now I'm following my passion in programming. And yeah, I'm in this panel. Thank you.
Thanks, Dom.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Firstly, I'm single. My name is Sihle Dube, and I'm a musician. I'm a speaker. I'm a presenter. I'm an actor. I'm also a degreed copywriter in the advertising industry. That's just me, and glad to be here. Let's talk.
Yay! Thanks. Oh, well.
Oof, that's a tough act to follow.
I'm a this.
Hi everyone, I'm Moses. I'm in finance. I think actually to be specific, not I think. Single as well. Not really searching, I suppose, but yeah, that's pretty much me.
So if they write comments and they want to date you, we should say you're out. You're out of the market.
Let's see. Let's
It depends on who.
Depends who you are.
Okay. All right. So before we get into our conversation, we're going to play a game, right? So it's sip or not. And I'll ask you questions, right? And you tell us, so if you have done it before or if you've experienced it before, then you will sip your juice. Right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Let's go.
The first question. Have you ever gotten back with your ex? If yes, please do sip.
I feel like I've
Okay.
done that. No, really?
It's
You haven't? Oh, you have.
I mean, the relationship had kind of was ending,
Mhm.
and then we kind of got back.
You go back.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that kind of still counts.
I mean,
That
I just
counts.
drank it. He's a very nice cup.
It's rare.
All right.
Very nice, gents. Very nice.
The next one is, have you ever been heartbroken?
Ah,
Oh, wow. Do we also break hearts like that? I wasn't
More
ready.
Time was wasted.
I wasn't ready. Okay.
You guys are experts.
Have you ever dated a girl from a dating site? Be honest.
Nope.
This is yours.
Temporarily, yes.
Hectic, dude. That's an interesting story.
Okay, a few more to go. Have you ever friend zoned a girl you knew liked you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, Momo. Just drink all of it. Okay.
Sorry.
Time to apologize. Have you ever ghosted a girl? So like you were chatting and then you just cut off the conversation and you're done with her. Oh, yo. Okay. Then lastly, have you ever dated more than one girl at a time?
Jeez, I was immature and I was a child. I was a kid, man.
You don't have to qualify. It's okay.
I'm just saying, hey, I'm a changed man. Nah. It's okay.
All right. Okay, so we're done with the question. So let's get into this, right? So I'm going to start with
This
Momo.
one is dumb. I love his comments. They're always insightful.
I'm going to start with Sihle then. I'll come to Dom because it started with the intros. Sihle,
Okay.
have you ever felt at some point the girl you were dating was the one? Like you said, this is the one. I'm getting married to this girl. This is the final bus stop. And what are some of the qualities for you that you can say this is marriage material?
Yes. I mean, that's an easy yes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, the qualities. Oh, jeez. Now I'm gonna have to refer to the person that I'm thinking about, who's my ex. So, but anyway, it's okay. Yeah. So I mean, a godly person, a woman who is aligned spiritually with my spirituality, which is Christianity.
Yeah.
And a woman who's not a generous woman, kind, generous woman, with a good heart, someone who's not too serious, who doesn't take themselves too serious. So like bubbly, humorous, loves
Goofy.
to laugh. Yeah, loves to laugh, loves to goof around here and there. But at the same time, when it's time to focus and time to grind, she really does well at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that as well. Like so she's also kind of mentally stimulating and challenging myself as well. So I do enjoy that. I don't want to always have my own way. I like a woman who can challenge me, think a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that would be it. I mean, gorgeous, obviously, like pretty.
Yeah.
She has to. I can't wake up in the morning and I'm not happy. I can't do that. So yeah, that's cool. That's about it.
Good. Dom?
So I mean, it's someone who I feel I'm married.
Yeah. And what are the qualities that you look out for? If you're going to say this is marriage material.
I think, first off, for me, marriage is when I can see marriage within the horizon, and I feel like I first need to be somewhere financially stable enough to take care of me, her, and the family. So in terms of marriage, wise someone, no, but I felt like I'm with someone currently that I could potentially get to that stage. I think when marriage is within the horizon, within reach, my bag is secure. I'm confident that it's enough to take care of both of us, or of myself, and
The family,
and the qualities. Because I'm so goal oriented, it's being a supportive woman. A supportive woman who understands exactly what I'm trying to do, and also a woman who's a very a woman who aspires to be someone.
Nice. Okay.
So that there's always that, oh damn, she's pushing like this and she wants to be like that. And then obviously, I think you can really see, I think I'm so goal oriented. I also just like someone who's just calm and cool and just bubbly, like you said. So that at times it kind of removes you away from like that. Life is not so serious.
Too serious, right?
Just
balance,
have a good time. So that balance.
Yeah.
So for me, it's being supportive and a woman who's very motivated to get what she wants.
Yeah.
Good. I love that. Momo.
Yeah, I can agree with the guys. A lot of the qualities are very similar. I think the step I take further is I look at kids as well. So if I'm looking at a girl I'm married, would I raise kids with this person? And obviously there's certain qualities that it takes for someone to be able to like raise a kid with someone. So obviously there's generosity. I mean, like when you have a kid, you have to be selfless.
Yeah.
Right?
There's having goals, and there's being able to have a sense to like financial sense, like you talked about. You might have a lot of money, but if you want to keep buying Gucci bags, and then it's not going to work. You have to be able to think about investing and that and that. And also the goofy side, life is tough.
So you do need somebody who makes you laugh, right?
Yeah, you need someone
once in a while.
Exactly. When things are down, you need to be able to have someone who you can actually laugh with, they support you, but you can also laugh about things as well. So,
That's true. Now, Dominic, you mentioned support. What does support look like for you? So you're saying, I'm asking because there are times where men don't feel supported when they've got these dreams that probably to the woman in that moment might seem unreachable, right? So when you speak of support, what do you mean? Do you mean someone who just believes in your vision, in your goals, in your dreams? Or are you saying you want someone who supports you in whatever you want to do?
I think both. But the support that I've come across is someone who's got their head out looking for the same opportunities that you want, and also understands that sometimes maybe you wanna put this money aside to put it on you wanna put some money aside or some time aside to focus on what you wanna do to reaching your goals, and she understands, okay, there's not time to play around, so she supports that vision. And also, so it's looking out for opportunities, supports your time. It's hard, I think, in this day and age. You'll find a girl who's, I don't think girls are really trying to wait around. If you find a girl, you're very fortunate, who's patient to see you, who share that vision with you. If you don't, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think when you get money, all the girls that come.
Like, we're not out there for money, okay? We just want a stable man, right?
Yeah.
We just want a man who is stable. So, because with Sihle as well, with what you do, I don't know, but now probably you've got your 8 to 5, do you? Or is it also up and down?
Yeah, 9 to 5 freelance. I'm freelancing though.
Yeah. So how do you, if you've got those tough times, right? How do you still take care of your woman and yet things are still financially, unstable? Or do you expect her to take care of you? How does it work for you? If you're married, how would you?
Is that for if you're married or when you're in a committed relationship?
Both.
Okay, I can't speak for if you're married because I've never been married. I've been in a serious relationship. So I would say it goes back to the support that Dom was talking about. So like if a woman is there for the right intentions in your life, not for the outer exterior or the things that are tangible that can go away anytime, because the highs and the lows of life are meant to be there. So if she's there for the right reasons, she's there to take the ride with me, right? So if I'm going through a low, then she's there for me at my lowest. And then if I'm at my highest, she's there for me at my highest. So it has to do with what type of woman that you have, right? She has to just be there supporting you through thick and thin. It just has to be that way. That's what love is.
Yeah.
So if she really values the true truth about love, what love is, and she understands that, or willing to learn love, because I believe that's two partners or two people learn how to love each other. That's where this whole love language thing comes in. You learn love and how to love each other. So if she's willing to really submit to that, and take the journey with you, then honestly, then she should be there whatever happens. If it means she needs to chip in somehow, if I'm like really having a tough one, then she'll chip in, like for dinner or whatever. She'll do that. I won't even have to say that. She'll just do it because, don't worry, babe. We'll be okay. I'm here. We're good. I got you. Or you're not good today? I got you.
So you're all talking about women that are independent and they're able to take care of you when things are tough, and they're able to chase after their dreams as well, right? And women have become that way. Women have started chasing their careers, chasing their dreams, and some men have felt women are now putting their dreams ahead of relationships. So are you guys not intimidated by successful women? If you see a woman who's so successful, doesn't it to some extent make you feel as though you cannot chase her or you can't be with her? Mama, what do you think?
Not necessarily. I think the thing is about, again, having that sort of balance, right? So you can be chasing a career, even guys do it as well, you chase a career, but it's about, making the time, available for the relationship. I wouldn't say I'll be intimidated
by successful women.
No, not really. I wouldn't say I'm intimidated per se, but I would say it's about, I think, her qualities as a person more than being a successful woman. Because I think the intimidation thing comes in because guys, we don't think that, but I think a lot of women think when they're successful, guys just think they're, I don't know, they're not good. They can't match up to them.
To them, yeah.
Which is
and
not
to
the
their
case.
standards, maybe.
Not to the standard, but it's usually, in my unfortunate experience, what I've seen in that case is it's usually the person's qualities more than just their success themselves that creates the situation.
Okay, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so I've been out of the dating scene for some time. Okay, I've been out. I don't know what's. Thank you. I don't know what's happening. So how are you all dating? Like when you meet a girl, what are you doing now? Do you take her to a restaurant? Do you take her home? Do you make her meet your friends? Like how are you guys doing it? And is there a difference in how you treat a girl who seems like marriage material and the one who's not? Is there? Sihle, you laughed. Tell us.
No, the boys are laughing as well. What do you mean? Look, it's. I don't want to say it's tricky because then girls want to say, yeah, man, you guys are tricky, man. I think every man has his own preference, right? And with that said, the motivation is different, you know. So if I meet a certain type of girl and he meets a certain type of girl, I might be more motivated to do this with her, and he might be less motivated to do what I would do, right? So it depends on what our preferences are. So I don't really necessarily believe in the wifey gets that wifey material, and then this one gets. It's like no, dude, go for the one that you.
Your woman.
Just go for your type, dude. Don't be on some wifey material. This one just for smash.
Does she look like she can cook?
This one. This one's just
What's wrong with that?
No, I mean, like, I'm just saying. I mean, that's the playing the field thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the playing the field thing. I mean, like, yes, and also when I want to elaborate that by saying it's also a lust love thing as well. You know, because there's that with men, lust love. You know, it's just there. You know, some women just see them and then it's just lustful. You know, and you're just like, okay, you know, I would like to. Lustful eye. And then there's some woman you meet and then you're just like, oh snap, okay. You know, I feel like I'm falling in love. There is that. It's a reality. But what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to challenge other men, is that, I mean, lust doesn't last. Lust doesn't last. It really doesn't. Especially when it'll always kind of like, it's not there to build, guys. Let's be honest.
It's like just for the now.
It's not there to build. It's not something that you can bank on and invest on. Really, honestly, it's actually there for the moment, and most of the time, it bears mistakes. You know what I mean? It bears a lot of fruits of like you know, kind of like expired fruits and not fruits that are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put an analogy to it, and I'm not saying I've been perfect or anything. I've also fallen, you know, short. You know, we're all human, and we all kind of like make mistakes. But all I'm saying is that we shouldn't pursue it that way with that mindset, right? Let's just try and find that person who you can actually build something with, and actually see them for who they truly are, and give them the best of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a good one. But Mama, what do you do on your first date with a girl?
First date is drinks. I think usually drinks are like an activity, right? I'll never do dinner as a first date.
Why?
It's awkward and weird and uncomfortable.
Oh, geez, hectic, really?
Yeah, because
like I don't know you, you don't know me.
Yeah, when you're sitting across the table with someone, first of all, there's an obstacle in between.
Yeah.
And you're trying to have conversation, and I feel like it doesn't
flow easily.
Yeah, it doesn't let things flow easily.
Yeah.
So as drinks, you know, the conversation just flows so easily, and if you're doing activity, like, you know, not jumping around, but that's okay.
Something that allows conversation at the same time, like intimate.
Yeah, not a movie, obviously. Movies, it's probably no.
Okay.
Yeah, first date, no. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Movies.
You don't do movies. So I'd say something that keeps conversation smooth and, you know, your body moving, something like that, or drinks. Yeah.
Okay.
Not dinner.
All right. So I've heard from a few girls, right, that with men, it's like some men are scared of commitment. All right. So you're talking to a guy, And then 1 minute he shuts you down. And I think when we were speaking before, the shoot was saying some women feel men sometimes behave as traffic lights. And Sihle was saying that's actually more of women. Okay, but we'll get into that. But some women feel you can be talking to a man and you don't know where you're at, right? Are we dating? Are we not? And now what I want to understand is it a turn off for you guys if a girl says, okay, what are we? Are we dating? When are we getting married? Does it irritate you? Does it make you feel like withdrawing from this girl? Should I start with you, Dom?
Yeah, I was
You look
about
like
to,
you've
I
got
was
an
about
answer.
to say, let's give that to Dom, bro. Like, you know.
When you have to ask yourself that question, what are we? I think it's a really very problematic. Usually a guy who's very intentional about dating you is quite clear with their actions more than usually with their words that they want to be with you. And you know yourself, you receive that energy that this guy, I mean, he hasn't said what we are, but the way he's treating me around. And I know sometimes men do treat women great around their friends and in public, and they do that with multiple women. But at times you do sense that energy. When you start having to ask, what are we? You're also putting a guy in a compromising situation, but also that should be your first, like, kind of
red flag.
Not a red flag, just like a, what's that, like a, you know, like
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
That,
Okay.
hey, this is not really going on. And for me, and I hope I'm speaking for a fraction of men as well.
Yeah.
You're very intentional when you want to grow. And when you don't want to grow, you do treat her nicely, you go on drinks, you treat her, you respect her. But you should also receive that energy that I'm not trying to be committed. And that's where a lot of girls get it wrong. When they start over assuming that this guy wants something serious.
But are they wrong though?
They're not. But I think at times, like when we're speaking before this, a lot of girls, women get into these tense situations because they over assume that this gent wants them. And in this world that we live in, where things are so fast and things are moving like this, you should never ever, you shouldn't waste your time. I mean, it's hard on the girl, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Guys, it's hard for girls at times. Because I think I see now, I used to think the game of being honest gets you girls. But now I see if you tell a girl what she wants to hear,
then you get her.
You're likely more successful getting that girl than
oh my
telling her the
goodness.
truth. I'm like, hey.
So you get into the game of lying then.
Now you have to kind of get into the game of kind of lying so that you get this girl. And you said you shouldn't last. And it's unfortunate. I think at my age, people are not really kind of trying to sell.
Yeah.
And then they get in that thing and they're just lasting. This girl is nice. And the only way I can get this girl
is by lying.
By telling a few things.
Sure.
But girls, I think I'm going to say that on this. I think girls, you should really read the situation. Don't ever assume your position inside a man's life. A man will show you. He will make it very. He's very.
So are we saying he has to ask you out? So because I know of someone who the guy didn't ask her out, right? But introduced to family, introduced to friends, and you're already starting to feel like, this guy wants me, and our relationship is getting to another level. And the moment she asked the guy, okay, what are we doing? Then he said, I think we're taking it too fast. So I need to understand then, how can a girl out there, like you're saying, Dom, that don't waste your time, but how can she know that this guy is just being nice? Not that he wants to be in a relationship with me, he's just being nice.
Simple. Okay, you can grow.
First of all, that gent is a waste man. Why are you taking random girls to your family? You should only take girls that you want to be with your family. Don't take girls. So that's unfortunate on the side. I don't know why that guy took her to the family. So he's a coward actually, because now he's received that question and now he can't take it, but he's busy taking it to the family. Nah, that's on the gent.
Right?
That's on the gent.
Yeah, so I think that those are things that you can resolve on a first date. So I think, for me, where I'm at, and I don't know if it's an age thing or, but I feel like transparency and being intentional is number one for me. So So like if I'm gonna meet you and I'm interested in you, and it just so happens that I'm not trying to get into a relationship or something serious or whatever, I'm gonna tell it to you from the jump. So if we're meeting, I'm gonna say we're gonna have a chat, and then obviously conversation will flow, and then it'll get there, you know. And then I'll be like, so where are you in your life? Where are you with? And then just put it down on the table. This is where I'm at. I'm ready for a relationship. I'm ready, actually. I want to take things slow, or I'm actually not ready, you know, because, you know, I just came out of something, or I'm in a very tricky crossroad in my life. There are things that are not, so I just feel like I need to focus on that instead of this more. So there are a lot of elements that come into place, but I think you need transparency and to be intentional. If you're going to meet someone for the first time, at least give them that, they deserve that, you know, so that they can make a decision for themselves based on where they are, to go, okay, cool, Sihle is there. Where am I? We don't match, actually. Where he is, I'm not there. And I don't want to push him or force him to be where I am. So rather, okay, and then it's cool. Let's not, you know, it was nice to meet you. Oh, then let's be friends. Okay, I know we can be friends. Oh, great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not waste. Because then, I mean, like women, like you said, women do you know, they jump the gun sometimes, you know, whereas a guy is being nice and then they think, oh no, he likes me, or I'm the only girl. And it's like, nah, he's being nice to quite a few girls, you know.
It's not just you.
It's not just
They're
you.
mean
And
shit.
yeah, and they jump the gun. So when us guys are just upfront about things, at least they know what they're dealing with. And we allow them to then decide for themselves. Do you want to stick around, or do I want to stick around, or do I not? You know what I mean? Based on what he has put down to the table.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
And I think we do see the signs as women, but I think we just don't want to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And you're probably hoping he's going to change, or you start doing certain things to make him happy and make him choose you over whoever else is in his life. And, you know, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think if a guy wants you, he will know what to do or what it takes to have you. And he has to do it. And the signs have to be clear.
So maybe let me just take a step back on that. So I think what he mentioned at the very start of the show is, remember, love is about learning to love someone. Yeah. So I don't think anyone is a mind reader, so they wouldn't know what to do. So there has to be an element of communication, right? Okay. So like the guy said, transparency is a big thing. As a woman, seek clarity, yo.
Right?
Seek clarity.
You should be
ask
sure.
Ask the questions. I mean, it's obviously different if I meet you today and then the next day asking me, what are we? That's
like, can we just discuss it already?
Dude, I've had that. Just
really?
I'm just arrived.
I think it's
oh my dude, I just arrived. Please.
But I mean, there's always a good time when you say as a woman, you can actually pick up things, but you need to be able to ask. The question is, if you want to know something else, people will lie, but at least just try to get the answer you're looking for. Not the answer you're looking for,
but an answer.
At least ask and get an answer. Get something,
That's true. But now I want to move to, because there's certain things as people, right? We're broken people, and I believe that generally there are certain things in our lives that could have shaped us or broken us, right? So whether it's a lesson that has made us feel, okay, I have to put a wall around myself, or I have to change this behavior, or I have to see things in a different light, right? So what are some of the things that you feel have shaped you or have made you the person that you are in a relationship, or how you view relationships? Was it like maybe even your background, what you probably saw from your parents, what you probably saw from the people around you, you know, and it's defined what a relationship should look like for you? Because personally, I don't believe in dating for fun, right? So I believe when I'm dating with an intention. So if I'm looking at you as my partner, then I should see you as a potential husband. So if I'm at that point, then what are some of the things that I'm looking into, maybe based on my past or based on some things that I've seen, even on social media or TV or whatever? So what are some of the things that you think have shaped you and made you the person you are? Or even broken you maybe and made you not trust women?
Don't trust anyone.
Oh wow,
Don't
don't.
trust anyone.
I'd say one is media, like you said, media.
Yeah.
You know, movies you watch since high school, since you were young,
Yeah.
they influence your view in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I would say even high school was a big part of high school varsity was a big parts of how you're brought up as well. The relationship between your parents will kind of influence how you want your relationship to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Yeah.
What do you think marriage looks like to you, Mama?
So marriage is a partnership, and that's why people say, my partner. I think that's what it looks like to me. I think everyone has to come in and chip into the marriage. I feel like there's no passengers in marriage.
Yeah.
You have to both
Work together.
Work together and make something work. So that's what marriage looks like to me.
Yeah. Sihle, what do you expect from your wife?
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought we're still on the previous.
You can continue on that. It's the same thing. It's the same question. What do you think are some of the things that have shaped you and made you view marriage in a certain way or relationships in a certain way?
Okay. So for me, I had a few that I agreed with that he said. I think definitely, like, especially university love.
Yeah.
Because that's when, for me, it really starts to actually means a business. Like, it's like serious. It's like, you're growing up and you guys are at that stage where you're actually about to either already in the work industry or about to launch into work, and the trajectory of life is actually getting serious. So that hand in hand with love, it actually makes you view love as well as something more serious. So I agree with him with that, especially for me, where my first really crazy relationship was in university, and with that said, I come to the point that heartbreak actually is a shaper. So heartbreak is so look at it like clay in a potter's hand. So clay is not in form; it doesn't have shape. But then when the potter is kind of like putting it together, it forms and it becomes what it needs to be. So heartbreak will do that, where you actually fall into love, and then love breaks you to make you again. So it breaks you for you to learn it better. So there's no way you can actually learn what true love is if you've never had disappointment in love, if you've never been broken, if you've never been hurt. There's no way you can say, I know what love is, unless you've been through the fire or the valley or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there must be a testing somewhere there so that there can be a testimony. Okay, I'm going to preach, but I'm going to stop now.
So do you think, no, I like that, but do you think then that with heartbreak, don't you think people end up putting certain walls around themselves, or people start transferring their brokenness to other people? Because I've seen that happen to people where they're broken and now they carry that brokenness to everyone else they meet, and it just becomes a cycle.
Yeah, they do. But if you look at every story has a success point or has a shifting point of like where things actually now start making sense after all the turmoil and the mess and everything, and then light at the end of the tunnel. Every story has that. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, heartbreak really does make you do the worst sometimes. It depends when it gets you or when it meets you, when you encounter heartbreak, at what stage, what age. It depends on how you react and respond to it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, heartbreak will eventually show itself up as a light at the end of the tunnel, because it is a learning.
It's like a lesson.
It's a lesson. It's a learning. It's a pruning. And so that's just what life really is. That's the only way you can actually learn what growth really means, is for you to go through those. And when you look at it, heartbreak is not only in just relationship. You can get heartbroken by your parents.
Yeah,
You get
like
heartbroken by your brothers, sisters, people that you actually
friendships.
trust, friendships. So heartbreak is not just for relationships. Heartbreak is just life. You're gonna get heartbroken by someone you trust. It's just gonna happen, unfortunately, but fortunately, because
Yeah.
at the end you will be a better person and you'll know how to then avoid certain red flags, avoid certain things when you start seeing the same patterns happening. And you're like, nope, I know what's gonna happen there. And then you move away and then
Yeah.
so it's just that's just how it is, So that's how I feel.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So now, that's on that note, that's why I want to bring in the whole toxic masculinity thing, right? And I'm coming to you, Dom. So it's a matter of I've heard a lot of especially when I was asking, well, how do you envision marriage? Because it's easy to ask people in marriage what marriage looks like for them or what a wife should be like, because now they've seen reality and they're like, well, I thought it would be like this, and now it's like this. So this is what I guess a wife is. So when you're looking at men, right, there's certain things that society, the community has expected men to expect of women, right? So, a woman must be submissive from Christian values. I don't know if it's the same in other religions as well, but like a woman should be submissive, a man should be a provider, a protector, a woman is a nurturer. So what are some of the things from your end, because you said you're in a committed relationship, yeah? What are some things from your end that you feel you are already expecting from your wife? What do you expect your wife to do that if she doesn't do this, for me, it's a deal breaker in a marriage?
That's a loaded question. What should you not to?
It's a safe space, right?
Yeah, I think when you put married, that's when it just makes it a little bit.
Because if we're looking at, because you're dating with the intention of getting married, right? At some point. I know you said we're coming back to that.
That pause for me said a lot, bro. That pause.
Okay. I don't know.
Just a
No, but I'm saying that, well, how can I ask it so that you don't get into trouble? So I'm saying if you're looking at relationships, at some point you want to get married, right? So that's why I'm saying, if you're looking at any committed relationship that people are in, what do you think on your own that this is what I want a wife to be like? If she's not like this, it's a deal breaker. And I mentioned things like submission, because for me, that's a big thing that I've seen communities speak of. And when you speak of submission, okay, maybe let's ask it like this. What does it look like for you? What is a submissive wife? And do you even believe that a wife should be submissive?
First of all, I think a man, I'm not even trying to be like corny anything. I think a man should want to inspire a woman to be submissive. So bring more to the table, provide more to the table, so that when you put more on the table, you can actually talk. You have that opportunity to contribute more because you've laid out that foundation. So inspire submission. I can't really point out exactly like what
it looks like.
So what? So I mean, I remember growing up, maybe my mom will bring the food for my dad, or she will make sure that his laundry is good. I mean, those are material things I can think of submission, but I can't really say those are the deal breakers for me. So in terms of submission, I think you should definitely inspire that. You asked something else.
When I was asking, what do you look out for, or what do you think marriage looks like for you?
To be honest, I'm going to tell you now, I think marriage I want it to be a good time. I know when I get into it, it's not really going to be a good time, but I'm just looking for a partner who's supportive. We both understand, there's an understanding that, we're also figuring ourselves out, as well as we're trying to figure this thing out together. And also just to come onto that submissive part as well. There's something that when I was working just 2 years ago, I was working with a whole group of women. And, I'll be just sussing how they're like with their men. And and also throughout those questions like about submission, and you guys just listen to what he has to say. But I think the thing that I like the most is people, men and women, or both, this individual and this individual are both good at particular things than the other person. So I'm good at I will, in most cases, I will make the final decision on that. She's good at that. In most cases, she will. And again, maybe it's just so happened maybe you want to, an example on the table is maybe she's better with handling the kids.
Yeah.
She can make that decision there. Okay, this is, I think this is best. And then maybe you know where to settle best. You've been around the city more. I think we should live here. This makes more sense. Give each other, maybe not try and make her submit in some way, but I think everyone should be given what she's good at and what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And let me be the one who takes responsibility of those decisions. You take over those.
Yeah.
So okay, I will submit to whatever you have to say about that portion and those decisions. You submit to me because you know I'm good at making these sort of decisions. That sort of submission.
So you're seeing it as like a partnership, like where, because with a partnership you're going to know, what's this person's strengths, what's their weaknesses, and who can take over this because they know what to do. It's not a matter of hierarchy. The man is up here, the woman is down here. Or do you not agree with that as well? Sihle, let's get to you. Don't we come back?
Yeah.
What do you think?
The same question.
Yeah, on the submission part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, jeez. Look, I mean, as a God-fearing man, and referring biblically, when God created the first man, which was Adam, according to the Bible, he saw that it wasn't good for him to be alone. So he took out of him and created another person to be his helpmate, right? Which is Eve. So based on that orchestration, I believe that a man is meant to be the head, right, of the garden.
Okay.
Right? And because God gave Adam directive. Did Adam handle the directive well? Well, not. He didn't, clearly, because things happened in the garden and Eve ended up eating from the forbidden fruit or tree. So when you look at that and you kind of trying to spin it back to this era and this dispensation, you see that there are struggles between the roles and the positions that we're supposed to play as husband and wife because of societal changes and societal shifts, right? And what influences the influencers or the people in power are trying to change. And so I'm not conflicted, but I feel like it's still God's orchestration or constitution of marriage, because he put it together. That constitution still stands, whereas a man is still meant to be that provider. A woman doesn't mean a woman can't provide. She can. But then there needs to be what? Conversation and communication, right? Between the two, understanding between the two. I like what he said, where it's like, know your strengths, okay? Know your weaknesses, each other's strengths and weaknesses. Build from each other's strengths. Help each other from your strong points to build each other on your weak points, right? Help each other on your weak points. So it's great, and that goes back to partnership. It really is partnership, but at the same time, there is some hierarchy in terms of what responsibility a man has, or what responsibility a woman has. Whereas she came from the man. She's meant to help the man fulfill what God has put in him. For me, a man is a vision bearer, right? A male man. A female man is somebody who is meant to help the man navigate and manage that vision.
Okay.
Doesn't mean she doesn't have to have a vision. She can have her own vision. But when it comes to a household and a man and a wife, the man needs to hold on to that vision and take his wife and his family to where he's going. He wants to go, right? And that's where this whole dynamic of surname change comes in. Woman comes into the man's surname. Okay, there's double, what do they call them now? That both surnames where a girl, woman can keep both.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you see that it is a woman coming in, a man taking, lobola. Man is lobolaing the woman, bringing her into, it's the man chasing, it's all men who are actually who are leading that directive or that whatever. And then the women come in and they begin to influence and manage and whatever. Man is the head, woman is the neck for me. So if you think about it, you guys actually have more of a strong power position than man in terms of you guys soften men. If a woman is a real proper woman to a man, he'll be soft and he can do anything, anything for you. So you handling the neck of the household, so you can actually shift how he moves, right? By how you are loving on him and helping him and being his helpmate, So that's my take. There is at the end of the day a hierarchy. It's just how you manage and how you communicate through it by working on your strengths and your weaknesses and letting that work for the both of you and where you're going. That's it. Yeah.
I like that. Momo.
I see Dominic to chat. Speak quickly.
Okay, let's do that quickly.
I was just thinking that, just thinking of the times that we live in right now, I think most men aspire for this hyper-masculinity vibe going on.
Yeah.
And I think these times is a crisis of actually being a hyper-masculine male.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that, a big part of being the top is providing, and it's being extremely difficult for a single man to provide for the whole family. The women have to step up now, and also it's almost kind of getting there. So I think this is just to the men who really want to be really the head of the house.
Yeah,
it's not something that should be taken lightly. And in fact, in most households, for everyone to eat at that table, both the man and the woman are providing. If you want to be that alpha, that top male, you need to start thinking at a different level, because it's hard. The average person can't take care of a whole family.
Yeah.
A man and a woman need to pitch in.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I 100% agree with both of you guys. So I do see the whole constitution of marriage being obviously the man being the head of the house, but again it has changed so much that if this whole thing of let's say you're both working, right, and you come home late from the office, and then you come home let's say you come home at 5, your wife comes home at 7, and you sit down and wait for her to cook.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we're not
Thank
in
you
that
very much.
we're not in that era anymore.
Yeah.
We're not in that era anymore.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, we're not. So
Yeah.
they have to be feminine. Women have to bring a feminine side to the marriage.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I'm marrying a woman, I wouldn't want to have 2 men in my household. I mean, I'm marrying a woman because I want to have a woman in my household.
Yeah, that's true.
So that needs to also be balanced with that. But yeah, obviously it has to be there. But yeah, times have changed from like the old days.
That's a good one. And on that note, the whole idea of submission, I think it's better off spoken from the perspective of what it's not. So submission is not subjecting women to slavery or emotional abuse or physical abuse. And it's not a place where you stop communication in a marriage setting. So it does allow for communication. And I think people have used the woman, the Proverbs 31 woman as an example. And if you look at the Proverbs 31 woman as well, she had fulfillment. She had dreams, It's a whole story for another day. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and come back again. Thank you so much, our guests.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching,
Alright.
guys. Love.
Comment.
Like and subscribe.
Love, y'all.
Thank you.
Love.